All right, everybody, welcome to the newsletter here on Inspired Choices Network. I am your host for this interview in the planet, Christine McIver, and I am joined by my co-producers, Keisha Clark, and Milica Jelenic, and we have our amazing host today, our featured hosts are Megan and Suzanne. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
We're happy to have you. So we are going to jump right over to the two of you. So we would love to hear about what's your show and tell us what you talk about on your show. Let all of our listeners know.
Mm-hmm. Well, the name of our show is Love Life and All Things Weird. And as in keeping with that, we are broadcasting to you from a field in southwestern Utah.
Like a field?
Yes. Yes, like a field.
A hay field.
A hay field.
Let's see.
There's the hay field. And you see the mountains?
So, you know, we're
Life on the edge.
we live life on the edge, and we're very spontaneous and very adventurous. And so yeah, we're broadcasting live from a field, an unknown field, and that is a lot like our show because we really are always talking about what's new for us, what we're learning about, what we're exploring, what's working for us, what's not working for us in almost every area that you could imagine. That, like, the only thing I say that I don't coach about is taxes, and she does taxes. So between us, you know, we
Cover all the bases.
Mm-hmm. But I would say our favorite things are around creation,
Business.
and doing all of these things in your way, in your weird way. And we believe that when you tap that place of your authentic weirdness, that's where the magic happens. So we talk about magic and miracles and what else? Energy. And what are your favorites?
Money.
Oh yeah,
This
money.
one loves to talk about money.
Money's fun. That's why I'm weird. Because I think money's fun.
So do you ladies know how long you've been on the network for and how many shows you've done?
We don't know how many shows, but we know we're coming up on our 4th anniversary.
Oh my goodness. You two are so cute. Like you're just out there creating like crazy, aren't you? And you're just like, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going. So we first met in Vancouver, which none of us live in Vancouver. And that's where we first met. And that's where the whole merging of you guys coming on the network. So yes, you have done to date 188 shows. So you are getting close to your 200 exactly. And you have had. When did you start on the network? Do you remember the date?
June. I think June 5th.
1st.
What is it?
I don't know. I gotta scroll back 188 shows to find it. I don't have it off the top. I'm asking you the serious question. I wanted to know what you knew.
You don't know.
We have no idea.
We're in a field, for heaven's sakes.
June the 3rd, 2015.
Oh, it's in between us.
Well, and that's kind of like our show too, is because we're almost polar opposite in how we live our lives and who we are in personality, but we always seem to find this thing called the and in between. So it's like the 1st, the 5th, well, it's the 3rd. Okay, well, that makes sense because this is how we create our lives, is finding like what's true for her and what's true for me, and then we open up to what is possible that can support both of us.
Yeah.
And our show is a lot about that. It's a lot about finding, like, not living in this I can't or either or, but like what is beyond all of that? What is actually possible? Could you actually have everything that you want?
And the meld of the two of you, and you're crazy and you're beautiful, makes it the most delicious weird we've got. It's awesome.
True that.
All right, we're so happy you guys are on the network. Okay, they're going to continue to look in the field, but we're going to go over to the network and share with you all of the amazingness that is coming up this week. So first of all, we've got our featured host spot. Of course, that's Megan and Suzanne. You can come right over here. Their show last week was Are You a Creatrix? And fabulous show. You want to check that out. And of course, we have our sexy schedule here. And then let's talk about our magazine. We've got a fabulous magazine, amazing articles that our hosts and our guests write. And this week we have an article from a guest. When you see beauty, you see love. And this was sent to us by Nicole Olstrom. And it's a beautiful write-up it really blew me away. So I asked her, could we please have that on the network? And she was a guest, so she said yes. Then our TV show this week that's going to be streaming is a wonderful guest. I mean, talk about an interesting journey. I had her on the TV show, Daniela Zazas. I never can get it right. I am not Say it. Zhazh. Okay, she's better at that than me. The Journey to Truth, and she is such a beautiful soul. It's a great, great interview, so please do come check that out. Then, starting off our week, we have the SOAR Experience. So go ahead, Milica.
Ooh, so Harmony in a Hurry. Oh, Harmony in a Hurry Up World with guest Sharon Campbell Raymond. I like her name because it sounds like payment. So this episode, if I could read, if I had my glasses on, it's probably going to be awesome knowing Lori.
It's from chaos to harmony in a hurry. Yeah. Hurry up world. That's so cool.
I get glasses so I can read the next one.
So this is the SOAR Experience with Lori Hawkins in this. So this is the show that kicks off our week. Then following Lori's show is Joy, Vulnerability, Pizza with Junaline, and she has this really cool guest this week, and they're going to be talking about meeting yourself everywhere you go. And this is none other than her guest is none other than our Keisha Clark. That's meeting. So I'm sure that's going to be a fabulous show.
We are looking forward to that. Yes.
Then we have up next. Go ahead, Keisha.
We have our beautiful Candace Maud with her show Everyday Joy, and this week her guest is Kia Sutta, whichever, depends on where you come from, however you pronounce that. They're going to be talking about sports, movement, and more. Beautiful show, and I love Candace's style. She just brings people in. They have a fantastically candid conversation, and it always goes somewhere beautiful. So join us for Candace's Everyday Joy show.
It's a tongue twister. Then we have our parenting show with Mary Dravis Parrish. She's going to be talking about first aid for families. I don't know about you, but when I was a young mother, and Mother's Day, of course, is today. And being a young mother, I felt like I needed first aid a lot. So I am sure that's going to be a fabulous show. Coming up next, this is definitely for you to pronounce, Milica.
Okay. Ein Beitrag zu einer Überlebenswagen sein. That's how I'm pronouncing it, with Karina Stauffer. And this week it's going to be in German, so I cannot translate those things, but something is going to be Überlebenswagen.
What she said.
Uber anything means good, as far as I know.
So Karina does her show in English and in German. So coming up this week on Dancing Your Life, it will be in German for all of our German listeners. Then we have our Financially Speaking with Cathy Kirk-Noble, and she is going to have a guest, Angel Patterson, and they're going to be talking about Zenfire pottery. So I am sure that will be interesting because Cathy and finances she's just hooked, and she's
amazing.
She is great. Go ahead, Keisha.
Looky who it is. It's our fabulous, famous Milica Jelenic. And she has her show on Monday evenings, 8 p.m. Eastern, The Pleasure Zone. And this week, keeping it sexy in your 60s and beyond. I'm liking that, Milica. I'm liking that.
And even if you're getting close to 60, check in. Yeah. Or listen for your 60-year-old parents. Like, you know.
There you go.
Then we have Alfie Joe, and Alfie Joe is going to be talking about, I don't know.
Play. That's her word this week. It's play.
It's play. So
But she's doing the show. The show is in Chinese.
So Chinese this week, and it's in Chinese, and it's talking all about play. So she does it in Chinese, she does it in English, and she does it in Dutch. So we got lots of languages rocking on the network now. It's so cool. And she is magic with music. So no matter what language, you can check that out.
Cool magic.
Go ahead,
So
Melissa.
Cher's got top issues that keep employers up at night. And I bet everybody who's got an employee or is an employee might want to listen on this, because you might want to know why you're keeping your employers up at night.
Yeah, right. I never thought of that perspective. So that's on Sharing with Cher. Then we have, no way.
Oh my gosh.
Who?
The nerds. These are two favorite nerds.
Yay!
So our love life and all things weird, Megan Sillito and Suzanne Stauffer, they're going to be talking about, ladies?
Activating your blueprint.
Yeah, say more about that.
Oh, we all have codes in our bodies. Activating, or well, that has a potential to activate our magic and to quantum leap ourselves into new change with anything in our lives. So we're going to do some awesome activations.
Nice.
and all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be super magic.
We're going to turn you on.
Yep.
Turn you on, turn you up.
And we have our marketing guru, Lindy Chafin-Start, and she talks about Unstoppable, and she talks about marketing. So this week, we're going to be surprised with what's happening on the marketing front. Then we have, go ahead, Milica.
Savoring your signature recipe with who but none other than our sweet Keisha Clark. Where we know that we're going to find out about what savoring really means and all the other jazz that goes with it. I love to talk about words.
I just want to go pour some wine in those glasses.
And on yourself. And then hibiscus flower somewhere sweet.
It's optional.
Then we have Dana Lewis, Luscious Leadership with Dana Lewis. She has a guest this week, Kimberly O'Donnell, and they're going to be talking about the Leading Lady series. She's been doing this series. She does one every once in a while for a very long time. It's fascinating to hear about these leading ladies in the world. Then it's
Keisha.
my show.
Looky there. We have Christine McIver, who is our Wednesday night diva, and her show this week will have a guest, Joanna Rochester or Rochester. Okay,
Rochester.
You guys, we have the most intriguing names on this network,
Right?
They're going to be talking about my search for more. And I am excited to hear that conversation as well. So,
a fabulous book that I'm enjoying this weekend, and it's a great interview. All right, then we've got
Friday.
Hold on.
Friday.
Bring it in the Friday.
Let's say it in French, because I love saying it in French. Bring it up.
Go ahead.
Êtes-vous vraiment prêt à vendre votre maison with Laurence Sevagami? Are you ready to sell your house?
Neat.
Are you really ready?
Are you really ready to sell your house?
Yeah. So she's doing it in French this week, and next week I believe it will be in English. Then go ahead, Keisha.
We have Dr. Deborah Unipan with her show Awakening with Angels. This week's show is Who's Controlling Your Life, Your Soul or Others?
I don't know how many of us need that, but I'll be listening.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. Go ahead, Melissa.
Are you navigating your spaces with Lisa Bennett, Space Whisperer? Lisa rocks. It was just her birthday last week.
It was her birthday, and so it was so cool what she talked about with spaces. It was, I mean, I've listened to her for a long time, but she pulled it again. It blew me away. All right.
That's why we call her the Space Whisperer.
That's right. And then rounding out our week, and she always makes it so phenomenal, is Dr. Andy's World. And she's talking about, are you a big fat liar? Dr. Andy brings in the animals, and she talks to the people, and she just says it like it is. It is so fabulous. So that's what's coming up in the news this week. You want to definitely check it out. Come play. If you want to be a guest, if if you'd like to learn about being a host, you got to connect with us. We are so much fun, right?
Yes.
We're practically fun.
All
Our
right,
shows
everybody.
are practically interesting.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot wait to listen to all these amazing shows, and we will see you back here next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Get out of the field, you guys. Bye.